All right. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Today we are having an interview with Chiara.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
close.
Thank you.
I'm trying.
You've got it.
All right. I wanted to ask you a few questions about the product line and really about you.
Okay.
All right. One of the first ones was how
This
long?
is on the fly, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How long have you been a stylist?
Oh, 27 years.
27 years.
27 years as a stylist, 29 years in the industry. 2 years of assisting.
You were an assistant?
Yes, I was.
How'd you like that?
I did like it, actually. I believe it's the way you really establish yourself and learn so much.
You didn't feel like a slave?
At times, yes.
What you learned?
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily a slave. It's an apprenticeship.
And now the person that you apprentice for, they look up to you?
They do, actually. They created their first icon concept salon.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's exciting.
Did you cut your doll's hair?
As a little girl?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, not now.
No. Sometimes
Now
I
they're
do
just
that.
weird.
Sometimes I get the doll's
Oh,
hair.
we do cut doll's hair, don't we?
Yes, we do. I actually utilized my cousins.
Yeah?
Yes.
Because you didn't want to hurt your dolls?
Because I didn't want to hurt my dolls. I liked their hair.
Well, it's also sad the hair didn't grow back. You couldn't charge them.
That's right.
So who needs that? You were with R&D with Sebastian. How did you get involved with that? How did you get into the research and development portion of it?
Well, I started with Sebastian. That was actually what set me. I went as a young girl. I think I was maybe 13. I went with my sister, 12, 13, to where she got her hair cut, and it was called Cassandra. And
Where was it at?
in Woodland Hills. No, actually Tarzan at the time.
Okay.
And
California.
California. And she got her hair cut at this really futuristic hip salon. And I walked in there with her and I begged her to take me with her. Our younger sister, I'm the younger sister, she's the older sister, and I begged her, please take me, please take me. So she took me and I walked in there and I knew that's what I wanted to do. So I started there as an assistant.
Right. And you were how old?
When I first started, I was 22.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So now you're figuring out my
No,
age.
I'm just doing math. Just doing math.
I was 22 and I started there, and that was it. And
Yeah.
I started there as an assistant, and then I became a stylist, and from a stylist I joined their artistic team and education team, and I did education, I did artistry, and that was great. And an opportunity came to me to work in the research and development department with Jerry Cusenza, who was the owner at the time, and I took the opportunity and I fell in love with product development.
Right. So how long were you doing that?
For 10 years.
Wow, a decade.
Mm-hmm.
I remember all those products.
Yeah.
Cellophanes?
Cellophanes, and then cellophane switched to color shines,
Mhm.
and I helped create that. And
Shaper?
I was not part
That
of.
was probably the first product.
Yeah, that I did the Shaper line when they helped
Mhm.
launch the shampoos and conditioners.
Right.
That was mine, and the laminates.
Nice.
That was something that I worked on as well.
Right.
So yeah,
Well, that hairspray at one point was it was the benchmark for hairsprays.
it sure was.
Either better or
Sure
worse
was.
than
Yeah.
Shaper.
I like to refer to Sebastian as probably the best university that you could have went to.
Right.
And that was my university.
Well, when you were in R&D, and now you're still in R&D,
I
obviously
sure am.
owning the company, is there a favorite ingredient that you like, or a note that you want in your bottles? What is it? What do you lean on?
Quality. When I look to create a product, I really look at what is that going to do to the hair. Is it going to give quality to the hair? Are you going to be able to really feel the difference, or are you just making a product to make a product? One of our goals when we set out to create Icon was never just to make a product, is how is it going to change the hair structure? How is it going to better my services as a stylist, as well as easy enough for my client to take home and continue that look that she just received from me,
Right.
to duplicate her look.
Is there a particular smell that you like to have and stuff?
I like all kinds of smells.
Is
all
that
kinds of smells.
You're in Texas, you can say that. Are there ones you just hate or don't ever use?
I don't use a lot of fruity smells.
No.
Yeah, I kind of shy away from.
Mango.
Yes, from a lot of tropical fruity smells.
Yeah.
So you'll notice that within the brand, we deal with either a musky scent or a floral scent, fresh scent. Doesn't necessarily mean that there aren't undertones of citrus, but you're never going to smell like a grapefruit or an orange.
In order to want to smell and outshine your perfume.
Your own fragrance, yeah.
Right.
So we try to use a lot of fragrances that you can smell, but don't overwhelm your personal scent.
Smart. What inspired you and Jorge to co-own Icon? You know, it's such an amazing company.
Thank you. It was just a perfect partnership. He has a lot of business sense and a lot of business ideas. And his whole goal when he first took on distribution was, how is it going to be different for the salon? If I'm going to sell product, how am I going to make sure that that salons are not just selling product, but they're building a business within their business? And for me, it was just about hairdressing. How am I, as a stylist, going to be able to create great looks and yet have my client create these great looks at home as well? Right. So he has the business sense of it in getting it into the right hands and making sure that it keeps selling through. And I had the knowledge, or I have the knowledge, of creating great products that are going to change the texture of the hair. So we call ourselves the yin and yang, because together it's the perfect balance.
I forgot to have this guy up. I'm sure we can still hear it perfectly. Well, how did you and him collaborate? How did you get together with Jorge?
Jorge was the distributor for Sebastian.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was the distributor for Sebastian.
In Spain?
In Spain, and he was their top distributor for international.
Okay.
And I was research and development for Sebastian. So we met actually working together as business partners, or him being a distributor and me working in product development and the artistic side. And when he sold his distribution, and I worked for, well, Sebastian sold, and then I went on to the Wella side, and I worked for Wella for several years, which was, no, it was really good. I learned a lot.
Good.
I have to say. So a different company, because they're more structured. Things are more bottom line. It wasn't about the artistry behind it, but it was about, I worked the research and development department, so it was about the chemistry behind it and how is it going to work on the hair. So I was able to take what I learned artistically as well as chemistry wise and incorporate them together. So when Wella sold and when Sebastian sold to Wella, they bought out Jorge's distribution. And I worked for Wella. And then I remember at 1 year I said to Jorge, I can make products for you for your market that are going to be exceptional. And he said to me, great, if you make products and they're great, then we've got something. If you make products and they're not, then I get to kill you. So, and that's really the truth. You could do it in Spain, I'm sure. You could do it, so why not? Yeah. They would never know. Flies out, kills me, and I'm dead.
Never saw her again.
Right. So I told him I have something that I think is going to be exceptional. I work with a great chemist that I know and can make something for us, and we'll try it in your market. And that was the whole goal, was to try it in his market.
Right.
And then the snowball effect happened.
Now, y'all do international shows, I know, in Spain every 2 years. Are you going to be doing anything like that in America?
Well, we do an international show yearly, actually, in Spain for all of our distributors. And we invite all of our global distributors, because we are a global company and we're throughout the entire world. So they come to Spain and they see what we call our plugged in show. And then we have one big, huge event, and we do that probably every 5 years, where we have everybody come. And our last one was 2016, and it was celebrating our 15-year anniversary.
Yeah, Hunter went to that. It was fantastic.
Yeah, that was pretty great, and that was about 2,000 people.
Right.
And strictly Icon. So nobody is invited from the outside, but just Icon clients.
You and Jorge were on stage together.
We were, yeah, we were. We do a lot of that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you have any pets?
I do. Well, my daughter does. He is our mascot. His name is Noki.
Noki?
Noki, and it's icon spelled backwards.
Right.
And we got Noki. We got Noki when we created Icon.
Okay.
Again, you know, when you have little kids and you're spending a lot of time at creating your own business, you need to make sure that they have something of their own too. So it just seems so normal to get them a dog.
So you have children. How many children?
We have two. We actually have 3 kids between both of us.
Right.
Yeah. So we have 2 girls and a boy.
Do they follow in your footsteps?
2 of them do. Yes.
They work.
They work with Icon.
Hairdressers?
No, they are not hairdressers. One's in sales, and the other one's in marketing and social media.
Right. Well, I've met both of them, and they're gorgeous, beautiful women.
Thank you.
Really smart.
They are really smart.
Really smart.
They're all great.
How many days a week are you behind the chair?
I am behind the chair 3 days a week.
3 days a week.
3 days a
Are
week.
they 3 set days, or
They are 3
float?
set days. Unfortunately, they do float because there's times that I travel and I can't be there for my clients. But my clients are pretty used to it. I've been traveling ever since I started my career, and very flexible with me. And I try to be flexible with them. So there's some days that they're really long hours, and there's some days that they're not. But I work Tuesday, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Now, we did have a conversation today about your last Saturday.
Ah, the famous Saturday.
16 clients?
16 clients. So that was record breaking. And it was kind of fun, I have to say.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was.
With an assistant?
With an assistant. I do have a fantastic assistant who's been with me for now 2 years. She's ready to go, but she doesn't want to leave.
Right.
Doesn't want to leave the nest, but I definitely want her to start building up her own clientele. I really believe that the key of our industry is to grow people. So I've had many assistants, and after about a 2-year period, I start winging them away from me and feed them clients.
So they stay at the salon?
They stay at the salon, yeah. I've had some of the same staff since the beginning of time.
And your salon is in Woodland Hills, California?
It is.
Suburb of Los Angeles?
Yes, it is.
I've been there. It is a gorgeous salon.
Thank you. It's actually what we call our salon lab, because every client that comes through there is tested on.
Yeah, see,
no matter what.
I feel sorry for the humans because we used to test on animals and no one really got hurt. But now they come to your salon to be tested on.
So that's why we could say it's cruelty free. You know
to the animals.
To the animals. But you know, one thing I have to tell you, Bob, is that the minute a product comes in from conception, it comes to me first, and it's tested on myself.
Like the dry oil?
And
India dry oil?
Anything. Anything that comes through. It starts with an idea. I'll speak to our chemist. We'll talk about different ingredients, different products, different raw materials that we can use, what's innovative, what's not, what's just marketing, what's really going to make a difference. And then I'll get a little sample. And they're usually like little 2-ounce bottles with labels on them. The name's not even there yet. It has a batch number, and it goes on my head before it goes on anybody else's.
Is that one of your favorite things?
One of my favorite things to do. I love it. I'm so passionate about it.
Well, a lot of companies, I could name a bunch, and anybody listening to this knows who they are, have too many SKUs. Your company seems to bring out products that meet the actual needs at the moment, the styles at this moment. As a distributor, I appreciate that. You have no intentions on, or do you have an intention on really going SKU happy?
We do not have an intention of going SKU happy. Our intention is if it's missing, then we need to fill the need. We're not just going to create a product to fill a pipeline. There's no reason for it. We're not afraid to say, you know what, that's been sitting on your shelves, Bob, as well as our shelves, as well as some other distributors' shelves. We need to eliminate that product. You eliminate it, and then you get the phone call. That was my favorite product in the world. Well, you know what? I've got 2 warehouses full. Come get them.
Come get it.
Right?
On sale. Limited edition.
So, yeah, we definitely believe that you only create when there's a need for it. And where we see ourselves going, everything that's on our table of creation right now is because it doesn't exist in the line.
Yeah, like dry oil.
Like dry, exactly. So we knew we have an oil, which is our India oil, which is an exceptional oil. It's lightweight, it doesn't feel heavy on the hair, but we were missing for the fine hair client or for the curly hair client that wants to refresh their curls, such as myself, and I need just that shine or that burst, then dry came into play.
What is your favorite feel-good story from the salon?
Oh, I have lots of those.
Yes.
I could probably say one of my best feel-good stories are the fact that we're able to give back. So anytime that we have an event, and especially the month of October, which we're really big in, is our Give Back Month, and that's our Cure for a Cause month. So we do a lot of donations. We give a percentage back. We've been able to fund over $500,000 to stop cancer. So that's one of my feel-good stories, and the whole salon participates in that, meaning the staff as well as the clients, and that's really creating that community.
Well, all right. So, what is the one story about a customer that you're glad she doesn't come back?
I don't have a lot of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
You haven't fired any customers?
Not really, because
You just gave them to somebody else.
we just give them to somebody else. We pass them on. I do think that we're there. It's a service business, and you can't please everybody, but you sure try. And when you're dealing with a group of stylists, then it's easy to say, we don't have a good fit, but I know that Carly would be a great fit for you because you two have so much in common. Or in your case where you've got a lot of little studios within a big house, then maybe you can just bring it on to someone else, as opposed to just having that client leave with a bad feeling. Yeah.
Okay.
I do believe in that. I do think that you can't please everybody, but you can try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so sweet.
Aw.
You're lying too.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
So Paola's getting married. She's getting married in Barcelona.
Who's getting married?
She hadn't told you yet.
Oh, okay.
But you have to take hair products with you. You can't take everything. What are you taking?
I am taking my shampoos and my conditioner for
How old
sure.
is your daughter? Go ahead.
I'm going to make sure that I've got I've got for her. It's Barcelona.
She has bridesmaids too.
Oh, she has bright. Well, then I'm going to make sure that I've got my shampoos and my conditioners and my treatment. So I have my Regemedy pack, because that's going to make sure that the quality of her hair is there, the cuticle is shut down, and the treatment is going to give her the shine that she needs. I'm going to take my Done hairspray, and they're all getting updos, so I'm going to make sure I have got my powder with me and my reformer. So those are my 3 key products that is perfect for a bridal party.
Why the reformer?
Reformer because it's a quick lock spray, so I'm going to be able to use it as a thermal protectant, set those curls in or set the shape in, and then use it as a hairspray too, especially if there's humidity, because it's going to lock in that hold and there's going to be no problem.
It's one of your favorite products, isn't it?
It is. As a stylist, it's one of my favorite products. Yes. As a product that I recommend to my client, I would probably only recommend it to them if they're a non-aerosol hairspray user, or if they do a lot of curls to their hair, a lot of thermal work.
Right. I see you have curls.
I have curls.
How do you get your curls to stay that pretty?
I use mesh.
Mesh?
Mesh was designed actually with the chemist and myself for curly hair. So I'll start my regimen with Cure replenishing spray, and then I'll apply mesh all over. And I just let it air dry.
Now you mentioned Cure. It's another line you produced for yourself because you had cancer at one point. What about Cure? What made you develop that product?
Well, that's how Icon started, to be honest with you. And it didn't start by the name Cure by Chiara. It actually started just by the name Cure under the Icon umbrella. It was our first product to launch the brand. And that was the product that I said to Jorge, I promise you this product will change the way hairdressers look at hair and the way consumers will look at hair. Right. And our replenishing spray was the very first product to be our top seller, and 16 years later it's still in the top 10.
It is.
It is still in the top 10.
We love the product.
So it's the one spray that's ideal for every hair type: fine hair, erratic hair, thick hair, curly hair, straight hair. No matter what hair type you have, Cure's your product. You wash it, shampoo, condition, towel dry, spray your cure on, and you're golden. Even for the client that says no product in my hair, that's your product of choice.
It's her cure too.
It's their cure as well. And then 5 years ago, we changed it because it became a personal product to myself. And it was, well, actually 10 years ago, we launched our cause. And our cause was to take our number one selling product and donate money to stop cancer. And that was Cure. The name fit, the product fit, it was just a perfect fit. And we made a commitment for a year. Let's take this product, whatever proceeds are made from it, whatever percentage we can give back, we'll give it back. Year came and went, and we couldn't stop. So instead of it just being for a year or doing it as the month of October, where we just put more emphasis on it, we just decided to make it our cause product. And
it's cancer.org. Who do you donate that to?
We donated it to an organization called stopcancer.org. Unfortunately, last year they eliminated the organization, but they took all of their proceeds, which was over $2 million, and donated it to 3 major organizations, which was City of Hope, UCLA, and USD. So those were the 3 cancers. And now this year we are looking at the Roy Disney Cancer Society to donate the money to.
And how are you now?
Me personally,
Yes.
I'm fantastic.
Yes?
Thank you. Yes.
You feel everything's better?
Everything's great. But it's still my cause. So we won't stop till cancer stops.
A lot of my clients, or a lot of our clients, are doing detoxing their body. They're doing so much of this. I hear it all the time. Some new diet, some new day, and they're detoxing.
Right.
Would anybody want to detox their scalp or hair?
100%.
Why?
That's the big buzz right now is detox, detox, detox. We've had our focus on treatment products from the beginning of time. We came up with a whole concept called Regemedies. And Regemedies is a regimen and a remedy. And within our Regemedy package, we have what's called a detox system. And the detox system actually goes in there and it detoxes the scalp as well as the hair. And the reason you want to do that is because just as you want to cleanse the internal and external of your skin or of your body, you want to do the same when it comes to your hair. You want to detox the scalp. You want to eliminate all of the debris that's on your scalp as well as the hair. So hair can get lifeless, dull, lack of shine, mineral buildup, medicine buildup. And in order to eliminate all of that, you need to detox it. So we do that whole system, but we utilize organic oils. And the organic oils are actually what go in there and detox and exfoliate while keeping the hair protected and nourished at the same time.
What would a customer experience during that?
They will feel this invigorating sensation. So it's very stimulating and very fresh feeling. I like to give the analogy of like eating a peppermint patty. When you eat a peppermint patty, what do you feel? Or an after dinner mint.
Happy? It's about chocolate.
That's what it is about chocolate. So it's not, but it's that fresh, refreshing feeling and minty and cooling. So you're going to get that cooling sensation running through your scalp, and then the hair actually feels light and alive.
Well, in Texas, that would be good because the hair that sits on their neck is so hot. So if light is good.
Light is good.
People say about Cure, it makes their hair feel lighter.
Feel lighter, yeah. So they all work together, and we really believe in making sure that all of the ingredients, no matter what it is that you use within the Icon family, can all be intermixed, especially when it comes to our Regemedies. So let's say you want to do a detox, but you really love the way that the replenishing spray feels onto your hair afterwards, you can definitely mix the two together and get great results.
A lot of my clients are losing their hair. Would this help with them at all?
100%.
It will.
Yes. So I think we're seeing like an epidemic.
A lot of my customers losing their hair.
That's the number one
Stress, I don't know
complaint.
what it is, but they're losing their hair.
Yes.
They have beautiful hair like you, and all of a sudden they come to the next treatment time, and it's not the same.
It's just not the same. It's just happening worldwide. That's one of the number one complaints that you'll get from a client when she sits in your chair. My hair is thinning. It doesn't feel as thick as it used to be. I'm losing so much hair. So one of the things that we do have to talk about is it's not only of what's going on in their body hormonally, but sometimes it is the stress factor. So what can we do to nourish that follicle or keep the hair that they have on their head alive and healthy? Is to do detox treatments, is to do hydration treatments or protein treatments. It's a wellness concept right now that's not only happening again with the body internally and externally, but it's actually happening in hair care like it did years past in skincare. So we're seeing this big boom right now when it comes to hair care.
Well, we've always known everything we ingest comes out our hair.
It does.
You can tell a meth head when you're shampooing their hair.
You sure can.
Right? So it makes sense that we'd want to clean the scalp.
Right. But we never gave that a lot of importance. I think as beauty professionals, we never really stopped and thought about, wow, what's the importance of making sure that that scalp is clean? We know it, but do we share that with our clients? And now more than ever, clients are wanting that information. What can I use to protect my scalp? What can I do to help stimulate growth? What is it that's going to allow my scalp to feel fresh all day long? So it's more about the scalp even than the hair right now, because we know that healthy hair begins with a healthy scalp.
Is there a particular scalp technique that you use, or a massage? Or
we do. We have certain massages that we call touch therapy, and you just do them at the care bar area, which we call the care bar areas our back bar area. So it's not about a back bar, it's really about a care bar. How are you caring for the hair? And there's certain pressure points that you can hit to help stimulate the blood flow even faster to the head, as well as different massage techniques that are relaxing to the client while they're getting it. And then scientific brushing. Sometimes don't reinvent the wheel. Just go back to good old scientific brushing that stimulates.
100 times before bed?
100 times.
Do you have videos online that we can see the application of these products?
We do. We do have touch therapy videos that you can go onto the website. You go under the education. Iconproducts.com.
Iconproducts.com.
There's the whole segment.
Did you get that? Iconproducts.com.
There's a whole segment that talks to you about different educational videos that we have, and you just hit it. It's a quick YouTube, and there it is.
Right. Thank you so far, actually, for these questions. Here in Texas, humidity is a real problem. What would you suggest for the end of summer frizzy hair?
BK.
BK?
BK, absolutely. BK is our new Regemedy, and it falls under the Regemedy concept. There it is. It's 3 products. It's what we call a wash, so that you're washing your hair with it really nicely. And then our bath. And the bath, we call it a bath because you're bathing your hair in it. So I like to give the analogy of what happens when you wash. You're in the shower, you're washing it, you're getting it ready. And then when you take a bath, you soak. So you're soaking your hair in all of this nutrients that has Caraveg 18, which is a complex of vegan ingredients that are composed together to actually give you the benefits of a keratin without any of the chemical services that are in keratins. And then Smooth, which is your blow dry treatment. And
Can you use too much of that product?
you cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're definitely not over proteinizing or over moisturizing. You're getting the benefit of it all, and it just eliminates the frizz. It has a cumulative benefit, so the more you use it, the better your hair is going to feel.
Right. Is it a chemical straightener?
It is not a chemical straightener, so it's temporary. The next day you wash, you're back to curls or you're back to frizz, just depending on what you're dealing with.
Well, will the frizz be less?
It will be less because of the accumulative benefits in it. And it has biotin also inside of it, so the biotin is actually going in there and restructuring the cuticle of the hair and helping to get it stronger.
Is there an application?
There is when it comes to it. You really want to make sure that you're soothing and smoothing that cuticle of the hair. I know you put me to the test when we were together.
Okay, I will tell that story. I was out in Woodland Hills at the Salon, and I wanted to know about BK. So there was a girl in the class who had hair out to here, and she literally said she had not blown her hair in 3 months.
Was it 3 months?
90 days. She had not blow dried her hair because it's too much of a hassle. So
and she was, wait a minute, she was color treated and dark roots, right? She had a little bit of everything.
Yes, and so
Bob decides.
I kept pointing. Well, then do her, and she's like would go on and do something else, but I want to see a model. Do her. And she's like, maybe not. And so she did, and she did that technique, the shampoo, and I watched in the shampoo when she was Chiara was doing it, smoothing the hair. The shampoo literally was relaxing. Probably the wrong word, but relaxing or smoothing that hair at
Closing
the shampoo.
down that cuticle, right? So
And
you
I could
really
see
could
it.
see
I
it.
could see it. I have photos. I'll put them up on the website. But the woman's hair was this big. It was beautiful hair, but she didn't even want to wash it. She go, okay, I'll be a model. And then she did the shampoo process, let it sit. Did the conditioner process, let it sit.
Right.
Same thing, smoothing the hair all the way through. Then brought her back and used the smooth. And literally, this woman had 10 pounds of hair, and all that she used was barely a dime's worth, because it's got a consistency that just goes far. And then she blow dried that hair, and it was gorgeous.
Yeah, it turned out really nice.
And it dried faster than normal.
Normal, it does.
So
it does cut your drying time.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Because
of the Caravig that's inside of it.
The moisture.
Exactly. So it's a combination of protein and moisture. So the two kind of link together, and they link onto the cuticular layer of the hair. That's why it's just cuticular and it's just surfacing. So it just allows for that really compact cuticle to take place.
So somebody who does get a blowout, a Brazilian blowout or something like that, could they use this as maintenance?
100%. In fact, I'll tell them, take it with you on your vacation. Because a lot of times they'll get a blowout. They'll get a Brazilian blowout and they'll go to Hawaii or to the Caribbeans or wherever it may be.
And they can't go in salt water.
And you can't go in salt water. So you can go in salt water because you should never not be able to enjoy your life.
For straight
But
hair.
there's always a solution to something.
So this also doesn't make it bone straight. It gives it life.
Just it 100%.
Or allows life.
Yes. Or even like say my curly hair, I just want to tame down my curls and I want more of a beachy wave that day, then I would follow into the BK system that would just calm my curls down as opposed to giving me that strong curl.
Yeah.
So it's really just a matter of what you're feeling at the moment. And that's what Icon really is designed. It's like we call it influential styling because every product within the brand can influence your style at that time.
Are you going to be putting out your dictionary soon? Because she has a word for everything, and they all make sense. Hegemony makes sense.
It does, right?
Makes
Thank you.
It's
So
not
my
a made-up
team makes
word.
fun of me because they think you're just making up stuff.
But they actually make sense. When somebody says a hegemony, I go, I know what that is.
Thanks, Bob.
So, I don't know. Okay, so let's say they want to embrace the frizz they have, but they want to hydrate the hair and define the curls. What would they do?
They want to embrace their frizz.
They have curly hair.
Okay.
But they want to embrace the curl maybe from it. And so what would they use?
They could use the India curl cream, the India line, because that'll definitely embrace your curls, or the mesh. You can cocktail the two together. A lot of people are really enjoying OG foam. So it's like bringing back that old school mousse to create that crunchy, frizzy, curly hair. And that works really great for that.
That brings me to another question. You guys are being in California. You're about a year and a half of us ahead of fashion, right? So what styles are we looking for now? Are we looking at 80s styles again right now?
You sure are.
Are we looking at the shag?
We are definitely. We're looking at that. We're looking at big hair. There's a huge movement right now on being natural. So if you've got erratic texture, then you need to wear your erratic texture. If you've got straight hair, then you need to wear your straight hair. So you are seeing that big movement, but it's with style.
Well, natural doesn't mean you don't have products.
That's right. It's with style. So it's really saying, okay, then that's what I'm going to embrace my curls, and I'm going to put in India curl cream, or I'm going to use mesh, or I've got straight hair, but I'm going to make sure that my straight hair is super shiny, and I'm going to make sure I use protein with maybe India oil and overlay dry on it. So you're definitely getting a play on all of that.
You come out of the beach, it's not pretty very. No, so natural is not really.
No. It's natural of what your hairstyle is, and then how are you going to enhance that look? 100%.
Okay, also in Texas, since we're here today, Hair closer to God. Volume is a big thing here. We want to have our hair big. What products in your line provide volume?
I love big hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a product of the 80s, so I think the bigger the better, right? A lot of the products provide volume. When we're dealing with volume, we're dealing with meringue. Meringue's going to give you huge body and huge volume, the mousse. It starts as a gel and then it turns into this huge foam. So even if you use it in your hands, you see this little bit all of a sudden expanding and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger to where it's a mountain. And it's called meringue because it's like a meringue pie. So if you ever are to touch it or have somebody feel it, they can actually feel the bounce of it, just like a meringue pie would feel like. So that's a huge volume player. OG foam is also going to give you body because it's ideal for the root to give it lift. I use mesh on a lot of my fine hair clients, but I'll break it down. So I'll use the cream form from it and not the gel form. When I'm using it on curly hair, I use it in a gel form. And when I'm using it on fine hair, I'll use it in a cream form. So you're getting that double play on it. And double body from Cure gives you really nice body, but without that stiff feel. So those are the ones that you're going to get great body. Reformer is a root lifter. So if you spray it directly on your root and kind of play with it a little bit, you're going to get that extra body.
Yeah, that's my next question, a good root lifter.
Yeah, it's a great root lifter. So directly on, spray it in, regardless if you have fine hair, if you have curly hair, if you've got straight hair, you can spray that on and you'll get it. Now, if you're looking for texture, then you would utilize our powder or our dry texture.
Or powder.
Powder.
That's a terrific product.
Amazing product.
At the hands-on class we had here with your team, I watched Janelle do an updo with just this and no
That's
body
all you
pins.
need. That's all you need. It's actually, we laugh about it because it's like a teaser. So you don't even have to back comb any longer. You can just sprinkle on powder, push the hair in place, and put 1 or 2 pins. Literally, that's all you need.
Yeah, an updo with no pins was amazing.
Updo with no pins.
Not ideal, but it was awesome to
Right.
see it done.
It's fine. And you know, with 1 or 2 pins, then you know that style is going to stay all day.
I have noticed that the new trend is, for boys, is shaving the sides and leaving the top completely curly. In fact, they're getting perms. I was in a salon last Thursday.
I love that.
And a 17-year-old, 16-year-old boy was getting a perm.
Curly hair.
So what does he need to make him whole? What product does he need to keep that perfect?
He needs all of, especially when you're dealing with perms, you're going to need to use like a protein gel. So our protein is perfect for especially these young boys that don't want to feel like anything's too hard or too crunchy on their hair. So protein's going to keep the curls in place without them getting frizzy, as well as you need to add moisture to it. So there are little things that you need to teach them. Protein to me is ideal for male clients because it keeps the form, but then if they touch it, it breaks it down without them feeling that they've got nothing, no control into the hair. So protein or any type of a pomade. An allow works really well with that, but you need to know how to manipulate that product.
Right. I love allow. What's your favorite vacation spot?
Oh my goodness, I don't have one, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm fortunate
Because your
enough.
kids go on vacation.
Because my kids go. I have to work.
Yes.
I love to travel, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to travel around the world and see different parts of the world. So every time I go somewhere, it becomes my favorite spot. And the reason behind that is because I really take the culture of that place and just become one with the culture, no matter what it is.
What was your last place you went to?
Vietnam.
Yes?
Yeah.
I want to go to Vietnam.
That was really
Gorgeous?
cool, amazing.
Food?
Delicious, amazing. Beaches were beautiful. Everything was great. Very.
How's your hair do in the humidity?
I wore it back a lot. Nothing like Inner Home and Pro Shield when you take, or I should say, not Pro Shield, but Shield when you go on vacation.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So really, I take the energy of the sun, especially in the summer, and I give myself treatments all day long.
Yeah.
So I'll do either an Inner Home or a Shield or a 24K, and I'll just wear it all day.
Yeah, Sheila did that 4th of July. She put in inner Was it in
in her
right?
home.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
and hung out all day by the pool.
And it's
Her hair was like satin.
silk. It's fantastic. So instead of using products that are going to block the sun, let's utilize products that are going to give us the energy and treat the hair at the same time. So a lot of my clients will be like, well, I don't have time. Well, it's okay. You go to the gym, put it on, go to the gym, go home and wash your hair.
Yeah, 'cause
So
you don't
now
see
you're
it
getting
in
a
her.
treatment.
You don't see it in her
No,
hair.
it becomes a styling product.
Right.
One of my daughters uses it as her styling product on a daily basis
In her home.
in her home. Yeah.
If you could talk to one person, living or dead, for 1 hour, who is it?
My mom.
Oh, probably mine too.
Yeah.
It's hard to lose them. Do
It
you
is.
still love being behind the chair?
Well, can I tell you a story about that?
Yeah.
October 19th is, I don't even know if it's in America, but I think it's National Breast Cancer Day. Or I know it's in Europe. Is it here?
I don't know.
October 19th?
It must be October.
Yeah, well, it is in October,
Right.
but 19th is the day that they make this really big deal in Europe, and it's called International Breast Cancer Awareness. Well, that's the day my mom died, and she died of breast cancer.
Oh.
And this year was actually 34 years that I lost my mom. So yeah, that's the one person that I think has given me the strength when it comes to making sure that we continue the fight towards cancer, to say we got to keep going.
Do you drive your daughters to mammograms
I do.
once a year?
I do.
Do you still love being behind the chair?
Love.
Do you want to get away from
16
being behind
clients.
the chair? I don't love it today.
I love it for multiple reasons. I love it because it's inspiring. I love it because you build a relationship with your clients. So you're really about creating that unity. You go through life experiences together. You know, happiness, good times, bad times, all kinds of experiences.
Right.
And I love it because when they leave you, they always leave with a smile,
Right.
and you're able to give them a great service.
You changed their life.
Yeah, so yeah, it's our business, but it's a business that I can't even imagine not being part of.
When you visit a client's house, and maybe they're a relative, I don't know why you're there, but you're walking down the hallway and you see all the photographs, and all of that hair is your hair.
Right.
How does it make you feel?
Oh, it's kind of fun, right? You don't really realize that until, like, right now, I went to go visit one of my clients who was a regular client for so many years, and we just lost her. And I did go to her home, and I was able to see that. So now that you brought that up, it's pretty special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably, I think, one of the most life-changing things for a hairdresser is that you guys, it's in every prom photo,
It is.
It's in every yearbook. It's y'all have changed everyone's lives. They got the better job because of the hair you gave them. You know,
Yeah.
if their hair was horrible, they didn't get that job.
And that's something, right?
So really, most clients have a lot to. You should be getting more tips than you get.
Wow. We get tipped in a different way
You know what I mean?
sometimes. Yeah, it's
You
great.
deserve it, because
Thank you.
I love a hairdresser. I don't love a nail tech. Sorry, but I love hairdressers. My wife was a hairdresser and nail tech, and I said I would marry her if she would just do hair.
It's a great profession.
What is the best distributor of Icon in North Texas?
You are,
Oh,
Bob.
there you go. Just want to make sure.
That's a no-brainer.
It's code 80. Just to let you know.
It's code 80.
All right. Lastly, what do we see from Icon in the future? What's coming?
Oh, there's always new coming. We really like to stay on cutting edge when it comes to technology, when it comes to new regulations. We're part of a panel to say what's happening in the environment, what can we do to our products to make them better. So we'll always look at that when it comes to innovation of product or even social media aspects, different ways of sharing information with our clients and different business development. Because we really believe that what's going to keep our industry alive and strong is that we keep growing as a business, as opposed to just artists.
Well, we haven't really touted the fact that you're vegan, but why are you vegan? What is the process of properties of Icon? I know you're vegan.
Mm-hmm.
What else can you say that you are?
Oh, we're committed to a lot. We're sustainable resources. We definitely believe in that. We believe in being vegan because of plant extracts that you can use, and we know that they grow quickly and rapidly. There's certain ingredients. We're eco-conscious, so that we try to do as least as we possibly can on our footprint. We are made in the United States so that we can make sure that we can control what's being added into the products, what colors are being used, what different ingredients, what different fragrances. So we have a lot of keys that are important, a lot of values that are important to us, and we incorporate all of that into our products.
Well, we appreciate it. I tell you, I've been doing this for a couple, 2, 3 decades, and it's refreshing
Thank you.
to have an owner not only who wants to spend a little bit of time with their distributor, but wants to spend it with our clients. Nowadays, the L'Oreals and the Procter and Gambles, and they're all detached from my friends, and my friends need people like you to bring these ideas and these products that aren't just to be something, but to support styles. So from me, Code 80, and Hunter, and Sheila, we thank you because you've made it really great for us.
Thank you.
Because we can't sell anything we don't love, and we love you, and we love Icon.
Ah, great. Well, thank you. Well, we love it too, and we thank you and Sheila and Hunter. I'm just kidding, Hunter. And Code 80, because we really believe in boutique distribution, because we know you've got that relationship with your clients. And it's about creating that relationship. Just like the client that sits in your chair, what makes it so special is the relationship. So if you're just with the big boys that are out there, or the conglomerates that are out there, you're just another brand. And we refuse to be just another brand.
Yeah. All right.
So thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it for your trust.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.